Hello and welcome. Sorry about that, I got delayed. Might have to jump off at some point. But yeah. Let's see. Oh, I feel like maybe I shouldn't have done 2 streams in a day. Anyway, I'm doing this without the controller this time. Let's see if it's any easier. Let me just check some. Cool, and somehow what the fuck? Let's go. Sucks balls. Right. One sec. Right. Sorry about that. I had to go away from my desk for a bit. What is happening? What a fucking day. Oh, I'm swearing. Oh well, it's been a while. Oh. Right, anyway. Let's do this. Okay. I've got my thing. Right, what's the chat saying? Saying, hello, are you frozen? No, I wasn't frozen. I was away from my desk. I had to attend to some. I can hear background music from game, but your face is frozen. I can't hear you. Hello, Valaria Kantari. Welcome to the stream. Yes, I was away. Probably should have switched to the I was away screen, but ho hum, right? I'm just vibing with this music. I need to fucking. I seriously can't be fucked. Right, what's that? 1 second. So many things. So many. What is this? What's this? Right, let me. Why? Oh, fucking hell. Why is it WASD? Why are the arrow keys not working? Continue. Yes. Why anything? Why everything? Detective Gumshoe, sir. Alright, so this was, we've seen her before. She was a security guard or something, or maybe a police officer in the Phoenix Wright series. Maggie. And Gumshoe's got a soft spot for her. I don't know if they're romantically involved. I wonder. You know, maybe I shouldn't do the voices, because man, I don't feel like it. 1 second, let me have a little bit of tea. Ah, yes. What a lovely cuppa. This music's good as well. Like typing for an order, I hope that bar caught on answer phone. I hope that bar caught an answer phone. Wait, what? Miss Bird is the security guard on watch tonight. I see. And your point is? My point is that she could very well have used it. Okay. And by it, I mean the master key, which can open all the office doors in this building. Was that the voice I gave him? I can't remember. I gave him a shitty voice, which is just me, my normal voice acting. But what? If you're not the guilty party, Detective Gumshoe, then the only other person with access to this room is Miss Bird. Like I say, I hope that thing you got, not the woman with the mascot on her shirt. Oh, how dare you? I would never sneak into someone's room. That's right, I refuse to believe that Maggie is the culprit, pal. It was me. That's right, I did it. Oh, for fuck's sake, Gumshoe. Can we take that as a confession, Detective? Well, it wasn't really me, but it definitely wasn't Maggie, pal. Fucking hell. So yeah, it was me. If it was, you'd have no problems with that, right? Please refrain from flying off the handle, Detective. There's no need for such theatrics. Why does this guy walk around with a fucking lab coat? Also, what's the medal he's wearing? I'm really curious. It's a gold medal in something. Do you think it's a fake medal? Do you think he didn't win it in anything? He just bought it? Listen to your boss, Detective. He understands what I'm saying here. That girl is the only one who could have committed the crime, and for one simple reason. Oh. Reason for suspicion. It's pretty obvious that Miss Bird... Snuck into your room using the master key. I mean, if Detective Gumshoe isn't the one who opened the door, then that leaves only Miss Bird as our prime suspect. On top of which, she knows our good detective, doesn't she? Making it all the more probable that she was the one who faked the dying message. What? What? So you're saying she used the master key? Master key data jotted down in my organizer. Incredibly incriminating evidence, wouldn't you say? Valeria Katari is saying, oh, there was an opera or theatre case with a woman with no sleeves. Hot woman. Yes, was it a blonde woman? And she wore glasses. Was she implicated in it? I don't think she was. I think she was one of the witnesses. What is up with that guy opening his vest coat? I don't know. I mean, it's interesting. Like every character has their own specific animation, which says a lot about them. This guy is full of himself. I don't know what the significance of the coat is. Does he regard himself as a scientist of some sort? Because he's a prosecutor as well. And I get the medal and the headband. I don't know. The headband is absurd, right? He thinks he's sporty or something. Why? Why would you think that you're like a sporty champion? I suppose it's supposed to show that he thinks he's number one all the time. His aim is to be the best. Right. Well, it looks to me that his aim is to be the best prosecutor ever, and his main biggest rival in that will be Edgeworth. So, because Edgeworth is a prodigy, he's like the top prosecutor and all that stuff. So I suppose it kind of makes sense if he's trying to undermine Edgeworth's or get him accused of murder or something. I feel like that's maybe what he's aiming for here. That's what you claimed about the evidence earlier as well. That was then. This is now. The flow of a good match always changes during a rally. Okay, tennis. It's all about your reflexes and reaction time, especially for an athlete like me. Okay. Okay. He regards himself as an athlete. Okay. I wonder if there was anyone else other than Miss Bird who could have used the master key. It seems that the only way to get Mr. Portsman to give me more details is to press him. 1 second, if I do E, what does that give me? Evidence. Ah, E's for evidence. Oh, fucking hell. Ah, I don't know why they use WASD instead of just arrow keys. And then E, Q, E, Q. I suppose, and then Z goes back. Come on. It's pretty obvious that Miss Bird snuck into your room using the master key. Go.
Hold it!
Hold it! Are you sure Miss Bird is the only member of security who could have used the master key? There's only one person on staff at this time of night, and tonight she's it. Isn't that right, Miss Bird? That's it, true, but why is she dressed? Wait, what is she even wearing? Why is there feathers on this? Oh, because she's a bird. Of course. But, is this how desperate they got? They're like, shit, she's wearing casual clothes, but we need to, like, show that she's called Miss Bird. Just put feathers on it. So fucking random. And she looks like she's casually dressed. Was she working the night shift, or was she at home or something? That's untrue, but I wasn't able to use the master key at the time of the crime, sir. Wasn't able to? What's that supposed to mean? Yes, moving on. I'd hate to get sidetracked by something unrelated. What do you mean unrelated? I want to hear what she has to say, pal. But you can't really trust her not to tell lies. Plus, I hate wasting time. Should I hear Miss Bird out? Yeah, obviously. Bow. Not so fast. I, too, am interested in hearing what Miss Bird has to say. Didn't I just say it'd be a waste of time? We don't need to hear her lies. Alright, we'll just listen to your lies. Valeria Katari is saying that shithead is a prosecutor? Apparently so. So he's fuller of himself than Edgeworth? Yep, it seems so. Still people with revolvers. I think Edgeworth likes to be a bit old school. No, yeah, why do the police have revolvers? When is this supposed to be set? Fish swinger rally attack. Rally attack, okay. I'll be the judge of that, Miss Bird, if you please. I discovered that the master key was missing at around 1 AM, sir. What do you mean by missing? As in, it wasn't anywhere in the security booth, sir. The killer must have stolen it. Wait, it was sitting right next to the window. You know, I mean, I wouldn't say she deserves to be put in jail for the crime of murder. But also, wait, she was wearing her security guard outfit. Why is she not wearing her security guard outfit now? A, B. This is just like, what do you call it? Like, incompetence. You shouldn't have left the fucking keys right next to the window. Mr. Portsman, I believe this to be an important piece of testimony, don't you? I can't believe that someone like you would be taken in by such words. I'm not lying, sir. Objection! Everyone says sorry, what the fuck? If that's the case, then I'd like to know why you have the master key now. Wait, how do you know that? I don't quite know. It just reappeared all of a sudden, sir. What? Ha, a likely story. And where's your proof that the key was stolen to begin with? I bet you just forgot where you put it and then found it again. I never lose things. I can practically guarantee that. Is that true? Or does she always lose things? I can't remember. With me, if something disappears, it's usually because someone stole it. Yeah, pal. Trust me. You don't want to test just how bad her luck is. None of you are helping the situation. Unfortunately, I can't deem this piece of testimony as conclusive. Glad you agree, Mr. Edgeworth. But... You still haven't established Maggie's motive for breaking into Mr. Edgeworth's office. Her motive? Did we already establish that was theft? What? I mean, the culprit clearly went through the bookshelves and at least tried the safe. It is as Mr. Portsman says, Detective. I can't ignore the fact that all the evidence points towards a motive of theft. Yeah, but they stole a fucking file. What the f... What are you gonna do with the file? But I'm done taking blows. It's time to counterattack with a few facts of my own. Her intent? From the messed up shelves to the wiped down safe, I'd say thievery. I concur that the culprit's motive appears to have been thievery. However... Glad to hear that the great Miles Edgeworth is in agreement with little old me. However, with regard to the investigation of the bookshelves and safe... Hey, good thinking, asking for my opinion on the matter. Would it be too much for you to allow me to complete a full sentence? I mean, if Detective Gumshoe isn't the one who opened the door. What the fuck? I thought we had established Detective Gumshoe's innocence pretty thoroughly. It was just a theory. One hypothesis among the many possibilities. 1 second. One second. It was just a theory, one hypothesis among the many possibilities. I mean, I had my doubts about Miss Bird from the very beginning. If that's the case, then why didn't you mention her first? Now. Don't make that face. See, there goes the truth running the other way. Let's pick up the pace and see if we can't catch up to it. I don't think you're catching my drift. Ah, but we are in agreement that the detective isn't the killer, right? If so, then I hope you'll understand when I say that since she is the only one who could have opened your office door, then that leaves only Miss Bird as our prime suspect. What evidence do we have? Right, let's see. On top of which she knows our good detective, doesn't she? I mean, what does that have to do with anything? Is there anyone in this district who hasn't at least heard of Detective Gumshoe? Good point. He's practically a celebrity amongst us prosecutors. What? Really? I never knew I was so talked about, sir. We're holding our collective breath, you know. For when you screw up so badly that you're literally chased off the force. Nice. Wait, what? Is that true, Mr. Edgeworth? Of course not. That's hogwash. Cope. Phew, don't scare me like that. I almost had a heart attack there. Mate, you are severely incompetent. Making all the more probable that she was the one who faked the dying message.
Hold it!
By dying message, you mean the bloody letters that spell out Gumshoe. I figured that whoever wrote his name must have wanted to frame him. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me just check something. Right, Gum-O-E. Are we going to find out that the evidence... No, that looks like the right spelling. Okay. Maybe I was wrong. And just the act of choosing his name is proof enough that the two knew each other well. Why would she put the name of her friend on it? Mr. Edgeworth, what are you waiting for? Hurry up and present some evidence. We don't have any. I would love to. But first, we should listen a bit more and digest what he's saying. And press him for more information. What? Her intent from the messed up shells.
Hold it!
Have I pressed him for everything? Don't you think it's a bit early to be jumping to conclusions? Are you saying there's another way to open the door other than with the master key? Oh, I get it. Perhaps you had a spare made for someone else. I'll have you know, I have never made a spare. So what are you insinuating? Nothing. Guess I should have known better than to suggest that someone like you would. Oh, what the fuck?
Hold it!
I'll just keep pressing him. Press him! I've read through that. We've gone through this. Making all the more probable that she was the one. We've been through this as well, haven't we?
Hold it!
So, are you sure Miss Bird is the only member of security who could have used the master key? There's only one person on staff at this time of night, and tonight she's it. Isn't that right, Miss Bird? That's, true, but I wasn't able to use the master key at the time of the crime, sir. Wasn't able to? What's that supposed to mean? I discovered that the master key was missing at around 1 AM, sir. Well, what do you mean by missing? As in, it wasn't anywhere in the security booth, sir. The killer must have stolen it. Ha! A likely story. And where's your proof that the key was stolen to begin with? Wait, we went through this. I bet you first forgot where you put it and then find it. Wait, we fucking went through this. What am I doing? I didn't have any reason to want to sneak into Mr. Edge's office. Theft. And the culprit clearly went through the bookshelves and at least tried to save. What? Have we got... Right, this keeps hinting something, right? What the fuck? So the motive was theft? Each prosecutor has one, only they know of them. Prints were wiped. What do we have? Yeah, I'm not seeing anything obvious here. G-U-M-S-H-O-E. Yeah. I'm stumped. What the fuck? But I'm done taking blows. You did this last time. What the fuck?
Hold it!
I'm not getting anywhere. But I don't know. Isn't the one who opened the door, then the leaves only Miss Bird's our prime suspect. I don't think I have any evidence to really. Bill went cream through the victim's abdomen. The body was found at around 2:05. Issued to the victim and believed to be the murder weapon. Wait, does she have a gun? But none of this. We're trying to disprove this. One of the files that were written upon in blood was stolen by the culprit. Thought that she knows a good detective. Make all the more probable that she was the one who faked the dying message. Have we pressed him on this? I feel like we have. Whoever wrote his name must have wanted to frame him, and just the act of choosing his name is proof enough that the two knew each other. I don't know. Not the pressing him for information has got us fucking nowhere, right? Or am I Yeah. What the fuck? How do I zoom through this? Wait, what? What's G? G says for options. What are the options? Oh.
Objection!
So we found that. Where's your proof that the key was stolen? Why can't we press her on this? Why? What the fuck? The culprit clearly went through the bookshelves and at least tried the safe. Her intent for mess up shelves to wipe down, I'd say thievery. I mean, if it isn't the one who opened the door, then it leaves only as our prime suspect. Until that she knows a good detective, doesn't she? Make almost that she was the one who faked the dying message. I don't know. I mean, fucking hell, right? Why would you have a half-finished, half-thingied message?
Objection!
Oh, that, you know, I know what's wrong if the music continues. I hate this. What's the logic, guys? I've tried to push him for information and it's not done jack shit. Right, something ain't right here. I don't have evidence. He's not actually giving up any extra evidence. Do I have to just keep doing this? Fucking Bird, give us... What the fuck were you up to? It was taken...
Objection!
I don't know. Oh my god. I can't... Right, wait a minute. Let me check the evidence. Bullet went through the body. What, is there anything to think that it's so easy to take life with just the pull of a trigger? You know, I can't ever see myself reloading guns, but I love this one. Use tracking field meets whatever. Take it off before it's fired. Everybody else to chase you down for a false start. Even when I finished first, I always wind up last place. Is that it? Am I supposed to find something else on here? Wait, this looks like it's fully... Wait, how do I zoom out? Right, well, I guess... wait, space is examined? Alright, crack dealer, welcome to the stream. Oh wait, they knew about the safe. Is that the thing? The safe, each product has only they know about them? Okay. Maybe that's it. But I'm done to... right. 110... I mean...
Objection!
God. Do you wish to continue insisting that Miss Bird was set on stealing something? Why not? It's the truth after all. It was also by your logic that we came to the whole thievery conclusion anyway. That may be, but you must also be aware of the fact that the safe is a secret safe, the existence of which is only privy to prosecutors. Ah! I find it a little hard to believe that a hidden safe was a part of her cunning plan. But she could have found it by accident while she was turning everything else upside down. I highly doubt that. I'd say the culprit knew exactly what they were looking for. After all, only the bookshelf and the safe were targeted. Yeah, even I didn't know about that safe, pal. And that means there's no way Maggie could have known about it either. Then are you proposing that the killer is a prosecutor? Or someone that knew about it? I mean, it's not going to be like a super well-kept secret. Interesting conclusion. That's definitely looking more and more probable. What's wrong, prosecutor? Do you have a different suspect in mind now? Curses, why? What made you? What's with the angry face all of a sudden? It's all my fault. Oh, fuck this guy. What do you mean? It's Jim. He knew about the existence of the secret safes. What did you just say? We were partners, like inseparable conjoined twins. That's why I told him. I filled him in on the secret safes. Ugh, there's no way these things would be kept secret if a whole bunch of fucking prosecutors know about them and they're in the same place in every office. That is stupid security. And then that means... Yeah, I know. I'd only just told him to. Obviously it was wrong of me to tell him. I still can't quite believe it, but the thief who broke into your room was probably Jim. Now he's claiming that the victim was the thief. And you're simply trying to stop him, weren't you? Oh, this is where he's going to try and get us involved. Wait, what? Miss Maggie Bird? Excuse me? I mean, you are a security guard, right? That's your job. Why would you suit another prosecutor, Granted, he was in the wrong office, but you wouldn't just shoot them if there was someone that... No, he was a police detective. Yeah, if he was a police detective, you wouldn't shoot a police detective. But killing is going a bit too far, even for your risky profession. What? What the? You're still accusing Maggie of the murder? Yes and no. I mean, she had stumbled upon Jim, who had probably drawn his gun. Wait, you're just gonna throw your mate under the bus and accuse him of stealing? Oh my god. You fucking suck. I get it. It was self-defense, wasn't it? Gradiel is asking why he looks this way. Because he's... Portsman is a very, very special individual. No, I couldn't. I could never do something like that. Not even as a security guard, sir. Plus, even if he was the thief, he wouldn't have a key to this office. Which is precisely why he had to steal it, wouldn't you say? It was Jim who stole the master key. Ah! Pretty impossible for a supposedly stolen key to be here with us, unless... Well, unless you retrieved it from Jim after you killed him. Mr. Portsman, are you honestly accusing your own partner of being a thief? I don't want to admit it, but it's the only way for everything else to make sense. Oh, I heard some. Has he no honor? No, he doesn't. Now then, I think we're done here. The investigation waits for no man. Would you please be so kind as to see yourselves out? Are you fucking joking? This is my office. Get the fuck out of here. You can't kick us out. This is Mr. Edgeworth's office. Ah, but I'm the one who's been assigned to this case. Oh my god. You are all suspects to varying degrees and therefore ineligible to run the show. Oh my god. Fuck this guy. Listen, pal. How many times do I have to say this? Maggie can't be the culprit. Detective Gumshoe, calm yourself. Well, but sir... We have no choice but to accommodate his request. For now. Ha ha! Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. At least one of you understands. Now then, if you could remove yourselves from my crime scene, I'd be most grateful. Yeah, this is your crime scene in more ways than one. Mark my words, Mr. Portsman, we will meet again. If that's a formal request from the legendary prosecutor himself, then I suppose so. Now don't disappoint me, you hear? To be continued. Huh? What the oh, fuck. Wait, so the arrow keys work on the save? What the fuck, game? Oh. March 14th. It's 4:18 AM, man. Fuck. Oh. What is with that prosecutor? Can't believe how rude he was. It was unbelievable. Also, wait, I wanted to check something. We have saved. Let's go back to the title for a second. I want to check something. So which... Did we choose the correct title? Yeah, we did. 1, 2, 1, 2. That's okay. Hello, Kixel. Welcome to the stream. Please maintain your professionalism, detective. I'm gonna find some real solid evidence proving Maggie's innocence. You'll see, sir. Calm yourself. But we've been kicked out of the crime scene, sir. Why is everyone saying sir? It's annoying. I mean, I know why, but it's fucking annoying. True. So then, what now? Looks like my life's fallen into yet another gigantic ditch. Do not despair, Miss Bird. We can overcome this as well. There are many other places and things we should be looking into anyway. Really, sir? For example, this hallway. The linchpin of his argument against Miss Bird is related to the master key. In that case, this hallway is the perfect place to look for more information regarding the mystery surrounding my door. Begin investigation. Wait, what the fuck? No, that's right. I walk. I can walk about. Holy shit. Why are you so shit, Miss Bird? I was wondering if I may speak with you for a bit concerning this case. I've always been a big fan of the courtroom, but this is like a dream. A dream where I'm being cross-examined by the Miles Edgeworth. What? I can't let this chance pass me by. I must remember to ask her about the master key. I should jog her memory by showing my notes to her with tea. What? Tea? Present? So when did you discover that the master key was missing? By the time I realised it, I think it was around 1 AM, sir. And I noticed it was back at around 2:30 AM. Wait, that was after the murder. I was just sitting there on the ledge where the security room's reception window is. But I'm sure that between those two times, it was not just gone but stolen, sir. Right, but we have no proof. That's just her testimony. Why is such an important key stored in such an insecure place? Ah, it's not like that, sir. We always keep the key further inside the room, away from the window. Right? Always, you say? Except for this time, correct? Well, I admit that was a bit careless, but I had my reasons. I left it out because I was sort of using it at the time. What? It was after I had used it that I left it sitting out on the ledge. She used the master key. This document. Have you ever met the victim before? Well, I've seen him a couple of times before when I had to go to Mr. Portsmouth's office. Mr. Faith was always playing basketball with Mr. Portsmouth, sir. What? What? What the fuck? That sounds like fun. Just once I'd have loved to play with them. What the fuck, man? It sounds fun, but the only person ever taking a shot was Mr. Portsmouth. All Mr. Faith ever did was pass him the ball, sir. What? On second thought, I don't think I'd fit in all that well with them. That's fun. What did you mean by you used the master key? Oh, I had to use it to open the door for this prosecutor who had forgotten his key. Is that your security guard hat? Why are you wearing like a jumper or a hoodie thing? It's not a hoodie without the hood. I mean, it's my job as a security guard, right? Ah! What is it? That's right, I just remembered. The prosecutor who forgot his key. I forgot how incredibly incompetent everyone is in this game besides Edgeworth. It was Mr. Portsmouth, sir. How'd you forget that? That literally happened a couple hours ago. It happened a couple of hours ago, Miss Bird. How did you forget that? Wait, is she said to be dead forgetful? No, what was it? Gumshoe said that she's just got bad luck. What? What? Please tell me more, Miss Bird. Quickly. God damn. It was around 12 AM. Mr. Portsmouth had forgotten his key, so he came down to security, sir. And that's when you loaned the master key to him. No way, it's against regulations to loan the master key out to anyone. I walked with Mr. Portsmouth to his office and opened the door for him personally, sir. Right, wait. This is her wearing her normal security guard uniform. Why is she wearing a jumper right now? That's what I'm concerned about. I see. And then what happened after? That? Well, he called for me to come close up his office as he was leaving to go home. That was around 1:30 AM, I think. So in summary, for the sake of one forgetful prosecutor, you used the master key twice tonight. Talk about suspicious. I doubt you can say that you've never left your keys at home, detective. I think this calls for a thorough examination. Yes. You guys are all fucking terrible. What? No. What? Yeah. Miss Maggie Bird, correct? I take it that you are an acquaintance of the detective. She was under my supervision back when she was still on the force, sir. One day she got caught up in a murder and things started to go downhill, so she quit. She is, yeah. She is extremely unlucky. But I tell you something, I wouldn't want her securing me. She seems to be terrible at her job. But I owe a lot to Detective Gumshoe for introducing me to my current employer. Or so I thought until a few hours ago. This is your fault. If you didn't, if you were a bit more attentive and didn't lose the key for a couple of hours, we wouldn't be in this position, Miss Bird. Right before I was about to clock out for the night, you got caught up in this whirlwind of a case, correct? Don't worry, my whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. Charming. Since I was 6... Oh my god. Time for our life story. Since I was 6 months old, when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building? What the fuck? I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster, and now I even managed to be named a criminal just when I've become a security guard. The Phoenix Wright universe does not like Miss Bird. That's a lot to go through in one lifetime. I know! And just when I thought I had finally found my happiness, I wind up getting you and Detective Gumshoe involved in my bad luck. You don't need to worry about me, Miss Bird, nor do you need to worry about yourself. I will solve this case and prove your innocence. All I ask in return is for your cooperation. Yes, sir, Mr. Edgeworth. You can count on me. I'll do all I can to help. Is there anything else we can present to her? I don't think so. I think we can... Right, let's have a look. First at the basketball. Wait, what the oh, this dude! I fucking hate that guy. Is it Payne or something his name? What is the basketball doing here? That's what Mr. Portsman's prized that's Mr. Portsman's prized possession, sir. I heard he also plays soccer, dodgeball, and even tennis. What is wrong with this guy? Is he trying to make up for something? I mean, probably is. And not a single one of those sports is suitable to be played in a hallway. Well, wait. What is a basketball hoop doing here? Well, we already said that. Hey, didn't this used to be just outside next to the building a long time ago? So when and why was it moved indoors? I don't remember exactly, but I saw one of the officers drag it up here recently. Drag it? I heard that it wouldn't fit in the elevator, so the poor guy had to bring it himself. Bloody hell. Mate, is this what the police in this universe are spending their time doing? All the way up to the 12th floor. So Mr. Portsman is a super sucky piece of shit, on top of being a murderer. It looks like you're in quite the pinch. Oh, it looks like you're in quite the pinch, Mr. Edgeworth. To be sure, a murder within the walls of the prosecutor's office is no trifling matter. We must find, apprehend, and punish the killer accordingly, post haste. Sounds like a messy case you've got on your hands. If you ever feel lost or need some advice, my door's always open. How gracious. I will keep your offer in mind. Who is this guy again? Oh, Lol. I don't know who you are. Is everything alright? Yes, sir, if you must know. I weighed myself this morning and I'm finally at 154 pounds. Congratulations. But I was asking about this hallway and this room. Oh, everything's okay, sir. A word of advice. Stay focused, or you may start to lose even more weight. Oof. I'm assuming this is the... Wait, what? Are we not allowed to leave? You're not allowed past this area. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. I'm assuming... I think that text comes up when there's still stuff to find in the area. Like I was saying, basketball basket in a hallway. I know. YouTube app refused to work. What did I miss? What about the basketball basket? No, we found out that a police officer was forced to literally drag it up the stairs, and we're on the 12th floor. So, fun times. Walking. YouTube's being an ass again. They had to like instead it wouldn't fit in the lift or the elevator, so they had what do you say it in America? Elevator. So the police officer had to drag up the stairs apparently. Room 1203. I take it that this is Mr. Portsman's office. Yeah, you can't mistake it because of that basketball hoop, sir. Oh, that reminds me. Mr. Portsman had actually wanted room 1202 really badly. Interesting. Like testing 3 bars of LT and it shits itself. Oh, you're talking about YouTube. But since you're already occupying it, Mr. Edgeworth, you put him next door, sir. So why was Mr. Portsman so particular about getting room 1202? Is it 1202? 1202? How would you guys pronounce it? One sec. Wait, what the fuck? I'm not sure, but I bet it's because of something like his birthday is December the 2nd. Yup, that's gotta be it. I can't think of another reason why. I can think of at least 3. Bah, why am I even wasting time thinking about this? Wait, 1202, is that a special number in Japan? Dun, dun, dun. A minimalist yet classy door made of top quality wood. It's kind of majestic too. Fits in really well with the ambience of the prosecutor's offices. Even Mr. Portsman seems dignified just because he works behind one of these. Nonsense. A man doesn't become more or less dignified because of where he works. Well, he still seems more dignified than Mr. Payne. Wow. Mr. Payne. I suppose custodial work can also be dignified. Charming. The door is locked tight. Heh. I bet the old credit card trick wouldn't work here, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? Evangel Donut, welcome to the stream. Shits itself like... Oh, nice. This is the office of a high prosecutor detective. These doors would be pretty ineffective if the average cat burglar could get through them. Aha! So I guess only a great cat burglar could get in. That must be who their culprit is. Might I advise you to return that conclusion to whatever pawn shop you bought it from? I think we've examined what? So we've examined the door. Oh, I suppose not. It's Mr. Portsman's personal basketball hoop. I can't believe he put something like this in the hallway of a prosecutor's office. But you know, it's actually pretty useful, sir. I haven't gotten lost trying to get to your office since it's been here. How long have I had the same office, and yet you still manage to get lost? I mean, it has a number. 1202. Right, so we checked his door. That was fun. That didn't really give us much. Is there anything else? Wait, what's that? Oh my days! How did I miss that? It's a fucking file underneath the table, the bench. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious nook and cranny. It's isn't that the missing O series file, sir? No doubt about it. The bloody letters mark it clear as day. There seems to be a few pages missing. Our thief took only what was necessary and left the rest behind. So what are these O files about, sir? I guess they've got something worth stealing in them, huh? Not particularly. It's just a collection of court case files. However, the cases within these files are not mine. Huh? They belong to the High Prosecutor that used to occupy my current office. Oh, what's his name? Von Karma? I have my reasons, but let's just say I was charged with keeping them as they were. Then that means the thief must have also wanted the file for a specific reason, right? It would seem so. Alright, Valari Kantari, back on Twitch. What did I miss? Just continue to investigate. We found the missing file under a bench in the hallway. Ivan J. Don't think Edgeworth is an old parts hunter. A what? Oh. Only the pages related to that case from 10 years ago are missing. I wonder why anyone would care about such an old case. A well-crafted, high-quality sofa for visitors. The stitching is excellent. Talk about a luxury waiting area. These babies are also great for napping, you know. You would sleep well even out here, detective, in a hallway. Whenever I do, I always wind up dreaming about giving testimony up on the stand. But it always ends up the same way. Me getting trounced by a lawyer. Isn't that awful? Maybe I should give it a try sometime to envision myself winning naturally. Nice. Right. Oh wait, we can put some stuff together. Logic! Right, the culprit rearranged my files twice, once before. Why? Because they were... Wait, why is this not in my logic thing? Yeah. Miss Bird, I'm afraid there's a flaw in your story. What? No way, pal. I mean, sir. You said that you locked up Mr. Portsman's office around 1:30 AM, correct? However, the master key had already been stolen at that time. Wow, nothing gets by you, Mr. Edgeworth. You saw that contradiction like a pro. Don't be fucking impressed. Explain it, please. I'd totally forgotten all about that, but thanks to you I remember it now. What? You're right, it was around that very time that I realised the master key was missing. And... Well, I'm a security guard, sir. I couldn't just admit to losing the master key, could I? So I pretended to lock up his room, sir. Oh, she's so bad. And this is why she will get fired and she will deserve it. Do you know what I've realised? Miss Bird and Gumshoe are made for each other. Valari Katari saying manga section. Well, yeah, they have these little clips here that are like images. I feel like they would be in colour though. I don't know why they're black and white. You pretended. Yeah, I used my house key and made it look like I was locking up, sir. So in actuality, you never did relock the door then. Well, I thought that maybe I could go lock it after I found the key. Come to think of it, I guess the door still hasn't been locked properly. Mr. Portsman's office data jotted down in my organizer. You are complete and utter... Oh my god. How? Wait, is there more to this? Have I missed anything else here? I bet the thief's not under here. I guess there isn't enough space for anyone to hide under here anyway. I mean, if someone could contort themselves to fit, I'd be really impressed. Sounds to me like somebody was already tried at least once before. I think that's everything. Yeah. Right, let's go into his office. Yeah, this comes up when you've not checked everything, so I think, or when there's something new. The door's locked. Wait, the door's not locked tight. But the door... Wait, what are you talking about? No, you bastard. Oh, for God's sake, we're gonna have to do this thing. Right, wait. Deduce. Present.
Eureka!
Eureka! There's a contradiction here between reality and the evidence. Evangelii don't think Miss Bird and Gumshoe do get together and IRC? What? If what Miss Bird has said is true, then why is this door locked tight? Huh? You know, you're right. Miss Bird, are you sure you didn't relock this door? I'm certain of it, sir. And I don't think Mr. Portsman noticed it himself that I hadn't. Which means what, sir? It either means that he actually does have the key to his office, or that the door Miss Bird opened wasn't this one at all, but a completely different one. Did she open up our door? She opened a different door? But how can you prove that? There's an easy way to find out. All we need to do is... Which? The prints on the doorknob? Right, the number plate's not going to have jack shit on it. Wait. Did they swap the Did he swap the number plates? That would indicate that someone moved the number plates, right? Imagine IRC if I recall correctly. Well, like I said, no, Bird is mine. Lol. The print on a number plate. They will tell. Oh, I guess I picked wrong. No. Ah, shit. Wait. Whoa, what a fucking cover. Was that supposed to be a joke to cheer me up, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, that's it. Now then, we should get back to doing what we need to do, and that is... Is it the print on the doorknob? What would prove it, right? What would prove if the master key... I suppose it's a doorknob, fuck it. The prints on the doorknob will tell us everything. Hey you, yeah you pal, do us a favour and see what you can lift from this, okay? So, what did you find out? There's no need for such belligerent nostril flaring, detective. Sir, I found only Mr. Portsman's and Mr. Faith's prints on this doorknob. So only two people's prints were found on this, huh? That's pretty decisive. Huh? I'm lost, sir. Thinking logically, a certain other person's print should be on this knob as well. A certain person's other print should be on this knob as well.
Take that!
And don't you find it odd that the prints of the person who unlocked this door are absent? You mean... Yes, the door that Miss Bird opened could not have been this one, but a different one. Mr. Portsman's office data updated in my organizer. What have we here? Wait, what? I was missed. Oh, hello. I won't rest until I've inspected every yes. Is this basketball property of Mr. Portsman? Yes, sir. He's always ready for a match. Basketball, soccer, dodgeball, tennis. It doesn't matter what sport it is, he's game. Although I think it'd be a little hard to play tennis with this ball. Ho 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 ho. That isn't the point you should be focusing on, detective. You're right, sir. Now I know what I should be focusing on. Fucking hell. Bad, Mr. Portsman. Someone should teach him to clean his toys up after he's done playing. I think we've reached the end of this conversation. What is this? Looks like a scrap of paper. I'll get it, sir. Let's see. Oh, there's something written on it. What a surprise, eh? It looks like a note from the victim. I brought 3 pieces of evidence by, just like we talked about on the phone, but it looks like you're out. Guess I'll catch up to you later, buddy. Yeah, and it's for Mr. Portsman. Note left by victim data, jotted down in my organizer. A minimalist yet classy door, top quality wood. Ah, he said this. Wait, let's see, do we have some logic? The culprit rearranged my files twice. Why? Nah, we don't have anything for here. So, what have we discovered? I suppose we could ask her. Can we, What's the T? Alright. Let's present him with what does this mean? I'm just a lowly detective, so I'm not sure what I should do with this other than to arrest it. That's the only talent you have. Oh, wait. Who could we ask about it? Oh, right, we're going to suspect... Oh, wait, we can do the fingerprints here. I don't see any sign of forced entry. And according to the guard, no signs that the lock was picked either, sir. Like Tyson, can you ditch rain code for bird? No. Well, no. I'm going to finish rain code. I'm so close to the end. But Sundays, when I finish Tsukihime, this will become the Sunday thing. Did you happen to ask if any prints were lifted from the doorknob? Apparently the doorknob's clean as a whistle. Wiped, they think. Whoever this thief is, they did a good job of not leaving any clues behind. Ah, shit. I was hoping that would give me a bit of a hint. But why would Miss Bird open the wrong door? 1202. These 4 numbers on a plate alone proclaim this to be my office. Whoops. Hey, these number plates slide right out, sir. They have to be able to take the plate off when a room becomes vacant, you know. Although, the idea that it can be so easily removed is kind of... Yeah, wait, is that a logic thing? No. Let's go look at the other one. Because it'll be... They've swapped. No, I don't want to look at that. Can I go up? Yeah. Room 1203. I take it that this is Mr. Portsman's office. Yeah, you can't mistake it because of that basketball hoop, sir. Oh, that reminds me. Mr. Portsman had actually wanted room 1202 really badly. Like a I saying, I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. What am I supposed to do now? So we've read the letter. What else is here? We've looked at that. Oh, this has been moved. What's this? What are you looking at, sir? Oh, hey, how about a game? That's okay, detective. I just found the position of this hoop to be a little off. Hey, you're right, sir. I guess it shifted when someone made a seriously sweet slam dunk. The position of the hoop is definitely unnatural. I'd better take note of this. The basketball hoop data jot down in my organizer. It's sitting in front of Portsman's office. There are signs that it's been moved. Oh. Investigation complete. Like I say, I wouldn't be surprised if that sums up Raincode. Huh. Poking around in this hallway has actually paid off quite handsomely. Huh? How so, sir? In a variety of different ways. I think it's time we had a little chat with the real culprit of this case. You know who the killer is? Wow, Mr. Edgeworth. As long as my logic is sound, then yes. The mastermind behind the murder is none other than Mr. Portsman. You're gonna just shout that out in the hallway? What? Mr. Portsman? I knew it. That's exactly what my logic senses were telling me too. Logic senses, lovely. I suspected it was him from the instant he accused Maggie of being the killer, sir. That is anything but logical. Lady and gentlemen, prepare yourselves. Come what may, it's time to knock on truth's door. Let's look at it. Let's all stare at the door. Like I saying that at least goes for last mystery dungeon. That at least goes for the last mystery dungeon. Yeah, actually true. Mr. Portsman, I've finished processing the bloody letters, sir. Alright, let me take a gander at it. Pass it here. What the fuck? Okay, looking good. You there, take good care of this. Well, if it isn't Detective Gumshoe. End of the line for you, Portsman. We've got you now. Call off your dog, Mr. Edgeworth. Is this some kind of joke? Balari is asking, is this case in a hotel lawyer building? This is the prosecutor's office, apparently. Apparently the prosecutor's office is like a 12-floor building. Or something. Or maybe it's just a 12th floor of a building. It's no joke. We know, Mr. Jacques Portsmouth, that you are the guilty party in this case. Huh? You must be pretty upset getting chased out of your own room. I'd be mad too. So I guess you can stay if you promise to stay out of our way. What? You intend to hide your crime under the guise of a prosecutor doing his job? I could see right through the unsightly paper-thin mask you wear upon your cowl. Ha ha! Who'd have ever thought it would come to this? Actually, come to think of it, your mentor was Manfred von Karma, right? The legendary prosecutor who never lost a single case for 40 long years. But there was always this incessant chatter about forged evidence with that guy. Really teaches me that I've got to stay on the lookout for false accusations, you know. Are you done trying to play mind games with me? Because they won't work. The only thing you should be using that mouth of yours for now is explaining yourself. Although that too will only dig your hole deeper. Either way, your game is up. Well, aren't we full of ourselves? Even though you have yet to prove anything. I was asking, is Edgeworth being framed for murder again? Maya getting competition? Lol. No, he's not being framed again at this point. Hello, Abnormal. You're playing Ace Attorney. That's so cool. Do you like Ace Attorney? I love Ace Attorney. Well, I love the Phoenix Wright series. I love everything to do with it. I believe I've played the first Ace Attorney Investigations game years and years ago. So I'm really enjoying playing it again. This first one. I think I played it. I can't remember any of this though. I have no idea what sort of harebrained idea you have in mind, but... Like try saying, wait, as whom are you playing now? Edgeworth. There's a mountain of evidence that points away from me being the culprit. Besides, how, may I ask, do you propose I unlocked your door and got in here? Look, I feel bad doing this to you, but I've got work to do, so we're done here. Lovely. Like try saying, I'm not seeing right, Edgeworth. Yeah, this is Ace Attorney Investigation, so we are the prosecutor. Miles Edgeworth. So the two games in this game collection are Ace Attorney Investigations 1 and 2, and the protagonist for that is Miles Edgeworth. So this was a offshoot of the Phoenix Wright series. And that's why you'll notice that we can walk around. It has a different feel to it. It's like different. We're not a what do you call it? We're a prosecutor, not the defense lawyer, and we kind of walk. The way we do the detective work's like walking around, stuff like that. It's pretty cool. I like it. Like I was asking, so will Edgeworth going to be an attorney for this case? He will be the prosecutor. He's not going to be defense, I believe. So he's going to want to try and he's going to be, like in this case, he'd probably try and prosecute Portsman. Sorry, but we are not finished yet. Boy, you're stubborn. I suppose you're basing your accusations on something. I'll show you what I'm basing my accusation on, with evidence. Mr. Portsman's rebuttal. I have no idea what sort of harebrained idea you have in mind, but there's a mountain of evidence that points away from me being the culprit. Besides, how, may I ask, do you propose I unlocked your door and got in here? Look, I feel bad doing this, but I've got work to do, so we're done here. Right, let's press him on this.
Hold it!
Unfortunately, I believe I have already shown how earlier. Your speculations mean nothing, as I still insist that I could not gain access to your room. What should I do now? Should I raise an objection? Wait a minute, what evidence do we have? So, this is the evidence. What else have we got? It's sitting in front of Portsman's office. There are signs that it has been moved. So, this can open every office door. It was stolen from the security office. Wait, why would the key need to be stolen in the first place? Black try saying no defense for Bird. Do we go into court with Edgeworth? I feel like this is slightly different. Right. Raise an objection. You claim to have had no way to open my door. However, is that really the honest truth? Ha ha! Alright, I'll humor you. Go ahead. Shoot. Very well then. I propose that you use this to open my door. So, what were we saying? We're saying that Bird accidentally opened his door.
Take that!
I believe you are able to open my door, my office door, with the master key, no less.
Objection!
Wait. Hold on for a second. I never laid a finger on that key, as you already know. Precisely. You're able to open my door without lifting a single finger. Well, maybe you did, but only to direct. That's right. You use your finger to direct this person to open my door with the key.
Take that!
You had asked Miss Bird to open your office door, your own office door for you, yes? Yeah, I kind of forgot my key at home. Happens a bit too often for my taste, you know? But the room you had Miss Bird open at that time was not your own, was it? What? You've quite the imagination. Well, why don't we ask the girl herself whose door she opened, shall we? I'm certain that it was Mr. Portsman's door, sir. I checked the number plate to make sure I was opening the right door, sir. See, Miss Bird backs up my story. Yet, what if you had misled her to fool her into thinking what you wanted? Ha! And how do you suppose I did that? By switching the number plates on our doors, for example. That's right, they do slide out pretty easily. Furthermore, you then used one other thing to give a very strong impression. That the door she was opening was yours and not, in fact, mine. What was it that Mr. Portsman used to make Miss Bird think that it was his room?
Take that!
The basketball net. What? The basketball hoop, sir? It's quite a peculiar fixture in any hallway, let alone a hallway in this building. Which is why it left an unusually strong impression on you. It's an object perfectly suited to sit just outside the office of a peculiar prosecutor. Wow! Man, what the fuck? That's very true, sir, because there was a basketball hoop sitting there. I thought the door I was opening had to be Mr. Portsman's. There are signs that the hoop has been moved. To sit in front of my office, to be sure. I see, so that's how you throw suspicion on people. Thanks for the tip. But I think your conjecture is a little off the racetrack. Oh ho 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 ho! Conjecture rebuttal. Flag tracing, is there even an accused person yet? Will there even be a trial? I don't think so. I don't know, I can't remember how these played out. But I guess we'll see. Now you're just spouting nonsense. I had the girl open my office door. After that, I was in my room the entire time. You don't have a single reason to suspect me. So he intends to claim his innocence to the end, does he? I'm as pure and innocent as my jacket. And Miss Bird is as dirty and guilty as the jacket she wears. Wait, is her jacket dirty? My jacket's not dirty, I'll have you know. I just washed it yesterday. Please calm down, for I intend to show who is the one truly covered in slime here. Rebuttal! Abnormal saying that so cool. I'm the person that wished you good luck for raincoat, light or something. Have fun. Thanks, man. Also, why not? Alright, okay. I need to keep a track of the chat there. Now you're just spouting nonsense. I had the girl open my office door. After that, I was in my room the entire time. You don't have a single reason to suspect me. Now, I do, and I am going to save scum because I'm a save scummy person. Bum, 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 bum. So we do have found under the door for the absent Portsman.
Objection!
Well, that was the wrong evidence. Mr. Portsman, there's a large flaw in your logic. Really? I think it holds up rather well, actually. What do you think is wrong with it? Shit. Concentrate, sir. That was careless of me. I can't afford to do that or the truth will slowly slip away. Remain calm, Miles. It's the only way. Right, what? You don't have a single reason to suspect me. He seems to be trembling a little. One more little push. All I have to do is find the flaw in his testimony. Right, what's he saying? You just spouting nonsense. I had the girl open my office door. Let's press
Hold
it. Using the master key, of course. Sure, you have a problem with that? That is what the master key is for, right? Perhaps we should place it in an elaborate labyrinth of some sort for people like you. After that, I was in my room the entire time. Oh, wait.
Hold it!
And what were you doing in your office? I was doing my usual training regimen. Training regimen? Were you going through your law books from start to finish? Mainly batting, practice, and some weights. Oh, and I jog when I get the chance. Wow, you must be the buffest prosecutor we have. With the weakest legal muscles, it would seem. I was doing my usual workouts, so... You don't have a single reason to suspect me.
Hold it!
I think I've given you quite a few reasons, actually.
Objection!
But none of those would stand up on their own.
Objection!
Then what about all the evidence?
Objection!
It's all circumstantial. No judge would convict on such flimsy evidence. He seems to be trembling a little. Right, so let's check the evidence. Do you have anything? Pages pertaining to a case tried 10 years ago by my... That doesn't really prove anything. So something to do with either the door. Miss Bird says she's unlocked this door, but our prints were... Ah, there we go.
Objection!
There we go. I had your door dusted for prints. My door? Huh? What for? Come on, I bet you didn't find anything. You sure are good at wasting time. You're right, I didn't find anything, and definitely not Miss Bird's fingerprints. Her prints? What do they have to do with anything? Let's put it this way, if she really was the one who opened your door, then her prints would naturally be on the doorknob she touched. Ah! Further, all of the prints on my office door's knob have... What? Office door's knob have been wiped clean off. I can only assume it's because Miss Bird's fingerprints were on it.
Objection!
But it doesn't change the fact that I was in my room the entire time. Is that really a fact, or is it fiction? Hey, would I lie to you? I have here proof that you're not in the room the entire time as you claim.
Take that!
This is a note about that the victim left for you, Mr. Portsmouth. A note? It was left under your door. Or did you not notice? And right here it says, but you're out. You were not in your room when the victim came to call on you. So then, where were you and what were you doing? Ah! Don't you think it's time you gave up your charade? We know you stole into my office with the intent of stealing something from me, and Detective Faith found you out. Possibly because he heard sounds coming from a room whose occupant was on leave. Mr. Portsman, you killed Mr. Faith to silence him. And I had the misfortune to return when I did. You had to threaten me as you escaped. As I said when you had the gun to my back, no one gets away with committing murder in my office. And just what's so funny, pal? Well, that look of stiff seriousness on the face of this office's finest prosecutor, as he makes a huge mistake in accusing me, is simply too much to bear. There's just nothing else in it in the world. What? Mr. Edgeworth just explained it all, and he even backed it up. You're the murderer. Stop trying to be slippery and just admit to the crime already. And as I said earlier, it's also circumstantial, so full of conjecture. Oh wait, this is Portsmouth. Fuck. You say you checked my doorknob for prints. Well, I can readily confess I had wiped that knob down well. Eh? I'm a little obsessive compulsive, you see. I didn't want to touch a doorknob that you had touched, which is why I wiped the knob down as soon as I could after you opened the door. After that, it makes perfect sense that only Jim's and my own prints would be on there. You made that up just now, didn't you? Furthermore, as for the note Jim left for me, do you know exactly when that was? For all we know, he could have left it there before I arrived at the office. Like early evening, for example. Are you saying you failed to notice a note in your doorway? Hey, even geniuses fail at times. I was probably too preoccupied by work-related matters, although that's no excuse. Now that's just a flat-out lie. There's no way you didn't notice a note like that size. Ah, but you can't prove that, can you? Say something, Mr. Edgeworth. Back me up here, sir. Portsman makes a good point. I can't prove that you didn't simply overlook it. Besides, I have an airtight alibi. Airtight, you say? I only just realized I had one as we were talking. I guess it would have been better for all of us if I had told you sooner. If memory serves, you came back to this office at around 2 AM, correct? And it was then that you had that unfortunate confrontation at gunpoint with the culprit. But exactly at that time, I was down in criminal affairs. Ask around, I'm sure the other detectives will corroborate my story. It's a perfect alibi. What? Do you really think it's that perfect? Like I said, I don't care. Ask around all you like. You'll see for yourself. Detective Gumshoe. Sir, yes, sir. I'll go check out his alibi, sir. Be right back. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, I think we're in trouble. It's just like Mr. Portsman said. The guys down in criminal affairs said they saw him at around 2 AM. You see? All of the evidence points to him being the culprit. So there must be a contradictory point in his alibi somewhere. What is he up to? Let me check some. He said he had an alibi. Right. So let me think. How has he got himself around this? Has he changed the time? The clock in this room or something? By an hour? If memory serves, you came back to this office at around 2 AM, correct? And it was then that you had that unfortunate confrontation at gunpoint with the culprit. But exactly that time I was down in criminal affairs. Ask around, I'm sure the other detectives will corroborate my story. It's the perfect alibi. Like that is saying, I told you your Akibi video attracts abnormal people. Wait, what? What's that in regards to? I mean, you're not wrong. Remember when Edgeworth's very own car became a crime scene? No. When was that? Now his office. Portsman's alibi may seem perfect at first glance, but I know there's a hole in it somewhere. All I need to do is press him a little and see what comes of it. Let's press.
Hold it!
You are correct. It was around 2 AM. Are you sure? It's really important to me that you're spot on with the time. I remember checking my watch then, and make no mistake, it was 2. Oh, giving testimony like a pro. Okay, so you came back to your office at 2. And it was then that you had that unfortunate confrontation at gunpoint with the culprit.
Hold it!
It is as you say, however. Yes, however, you are the only one who claims to have bumped into the culprit. So tell me, did you see the person's face? Was it me who you saw? It was pitch black, so I couldn't actually see.
Objection!
Oh, come now. I'm sure you saw something. Try a little harder, why don't you? I'm beginning to feel like I'm the one being interrogated here. Oh well, it doesn't matter if you remember or not. It only matters that you ran into the culprit. But at exactly that time, I was down in criminal affairs.
Hold it!
So you paid the criminal affairs department a visit. Yup, right after I left the prosecutor's building, I headed straight for the precinct. Ask around, I'm sure the other detectives will corroborate my story. It's the perfect alibi.
Hold it!
Well, we did go and ask around to confirm your testimony. And it was just as I said, right? Yes, sir. A number of detectives said that they saw you around that time. See, I have the perfect alibi. That's the ace I had up my sleeve. Impossible. He actually does have the perfect alibi. What's wrong? Why the sudden look on your face? Can't you say anything back, Mr. Edgeworth? I think we've reached the end of the line and it's time to get off this crazy train. You there? Sir, please escort the young lady out, but remember, be gentle. Maggie! Detective Gumshoe? Is there nothing I can do? There must be a way to turn this situation around. Turnabout? Are you suggesting a turnabout, Edgeworth? Valeric Tyson guy in chat who's... Oh, yeah, literally abnormal. Love it. Ace up his sleeve, isn't that remark incriminating? If I only had a clue. Did I miss something that can help me cast doubt on his alibi? If the intruder you met could not have been Portsman, then who could it have been? What? So when so what happened again? Let me try and remember. So Edgeworth came back into his office. It was dark. Someone was already in his office, and he was like, "What the fuck is going on here?" He gets held up at he sees the dead body, right? And then he gets held up at gunpoint. So the body was already there, I think, at that point. So who else would it be? Would it have been? Logic. I need to calmly think this through one more time, and with logic. Where's my... Wait, E? Where? What have we got here? Yeah, that's not giving us anything. Logic! Right, so the culprit rearranged my files twice, once before and once after the murder. Why? Other than the victim's gun that I found, could there be another gun in play here? The intruder I met could not have been Portsman, then who could it have been? Another detective? He did say he had a couple of detectives, right? There were 2 bullets left at the scene of the crime. One that robbed Mr. Faith of his life. And one that nearly robbed me of my jacket. However, the murder weapon only shows signs of being fired once, meaning that it is entirely possible that a second gun was used in my office tonight. But seeing as how the killer had to steal Mr. Faith's gun, I doubt the killer had another gun up their sleeve. Therefore, the second gun could have been the property of an entirely different person. Someone else was doing a different crime? Which could mean that there was another person who paid a visit to my office tonight. Holy shit! And they're the ones that were after the files. Bang! Supposing there was yet another visitor tonight. That would also resolve the issue of why my shelves were upended twice. We know that the shelves were disturbed once before and once after the murder. So it shouldn't be much of a stretch to think that it was the work of 2 different people. Once by the person who stole the victim's gun and then killed him with it. And once again after the murder by our second culprit, who was the owner of the second gun. If we suppose that the second culprit's gun was the one that was pointed at my back.
Objection!
Mr. Portsman, it seems that I need to amend my assumptions regarding this case. Great, so you finally come to your senses. Mr. Edgeworth? Sir, what are you saying? This has been a big misunderstanding on my part from the start. I had assumed that the person I ran into was a killer, but that may not be the case. What do you mean? The person I ran into was just your average thief. A thief? But sir, doesn't that cause some sort of contradiction in the facts? Not at all. It simply means that the killer was someone else. And it means that in actuality, 2 culprits stole into my office tonight. What do you mean 2? It explains both why my shelves were disturbed twice and how there were 2 guns. Mr. Portsman tricked Miss Bird and gained entry into my office.
Objection!
Now you're just leading the argument. You still don't have any actual proof, you know. If you could please go along with my hypothetical scenario for now, Mr. Portsman. In the end, if you really are innocent, you should have nothing to worry about. Now then, returning to my scenario, Mr. Portsman was out to steal something from me, which is why he checked my secret safe and ransacked my shelves. This is the first time. So then this would be when the files were put back in the wrong order, right? Correct. And then, just when he was about to look somewhere else, who should walk in but his own partner, Mr. Faith? But why did Mr. Faith come into your room, sir? He probably had business with Mr. Portsman, which is why he was in the area. But that's when he noticed sounds coming from my office would be my guess. Oh, because you were supposed to be away, right? And he must have thought it was odd, so he came into this office to check it out. Correct. And as a detective, that was the right thing to do. But when he came in, he found his own partner standing there. Because it was Mr. Portsman, Mr. Faith probably let his guard down. But Mr. Portsman was not so merciful as to let him leave alive. He waited for a chance and stole Mr. Faith's gun from him, and then he killed him. He silenced Mr. Faith for catching him in the act of stealing. This was the moment in which the first shot was fired, the one that landed in my files. Following that, Mr. Portsman wiped the gun down and left it behind as he made his exit. He could afford to do that because he had also left the fake dying message behind. You're such a complicated troublemaker, you know that? Well, if things were as simple as that, then all would be solved. However, there was yet another visitor to my room, and this is where it gets complicated. There was another visitor, sir? Yes, and this other person's objective was also to steal something from me. Now then, even after Mr. Portsman left, the door to my office remained unlocked. However, this new visitor had no way of knowing that, and so they stole the master key from the security guard's room, and then entered my room and searched through my shelves. This was the second time they were disturbed, and it seems the thief found their prize. The stolen 0 file, right, sir? Correct. Only, just as the thief was about to leave the file, I appeared. The thief then threatened me with their own gun and made their escape. The second bullet was fired during that brief encounter. So the shell was getting messed up twice in the 2 bullets. It was all because 2 different people were doing those things at 2 different times? Precisely. So now do you see, Mr. Portsman? The person I met was just a thief, and was not in fact Mr. Faith's killer. Your alibi for the time frame in which I ran into the other person is now irrelevant, because we now know that the murder took place during the first culprit's visit.
Objection!
What's so funny, pal? Absolutely splendid. Your scenario explains everything. Of course it does. It's Mr. Edgeworth after all. But you know, it still doesn't change the fact that it's all circumstantial evidence in your face. Supposing if, and that's a big if, your theory is right, it would indeed render my alibi, which has withstood scrutiny, mind you, irrelevant. But there is still one defining point of your argument, for which you have no evidence. Your supposition that I was the first visitor. Mr. Edgeworth, you can't let him get away with that, sir. But he has a point. I have absolutely no proof at this point. Don't say that, sir. I don't believe this. Don't worry, Maggie. I'll do something if I must. You know something? I find your attitude to be somewhat peculiar, Mr. Edgeworth. If the person you met really was just a plain old thief, then why is that person not your main suspect? That is, if your theory is correct. That thief you ran into should be a real suspect, wouldn't you say? We should be out there looking for that thief right now. They might still be nearby. I hate to repeat myself, but as I've already said, I was training in my room. And when Jim came to deliver some evidence to me, I was down at criminal affairs. So I can't be expected to know that what happened around here after I left. Will I try asking Tsukihime tomorrow? That is the plan, though that might change depending. It was my affair, so will he be exposed before the trial? I think this might be how this goes. He gets exposed and then taken to trial, and I don't know actually. I think that's how this goes. Maya Faye, Maggie, are they a couple? No. So you think we should be out there looking for the thief? Of course, now's the time to be having these dead-end discussions. I don't think it's at all dead-ended. I find your alibi to be fascinating. Let's continue where we left off, shall we? I know he's lying. I know he was here at the scene of the crime. I just have to find a way to prove it. Like Rising is Bird single? I believe so. We should be out there looking for that thief right now. They might still be nearby. What? Why?
Hold it!
Once escaped, I highly doubt a thief would linger nearby. Well, you never know. Maybe they didn't get what they were really after. Oh, you talk like you know quite a bit about this thief. Ah, it's nothing like that. I have no idea about anything after all. I hate to repeat myself, but as I've already said, I was training in my room.
Hold it!
But according to Mr. Faith's notes... Hold on, I thought we already cleared that up. Didn't we say that Jim left that note for me in the early evening? If you have proof that he left it at a different time, say just before he was murdered. I don't have any, no. You see, so I insist again that I was in my office that entire time. And when Jim came to deliver some evidence to me, I was down at Criminal Affairs.
Hold it!
Why didn't you go there with Mr. Faith? Ah, that's because he said he was tired and was going to take a quick nap. You know those sofas in the hallway? He likes to sleep on those. It's one of his habits. And what of the evidence he brought? They were things related to yesterday's case. Just 2 items, a gun and a pendant. Interesting. This piece of testimony seems too crucial to let it slip through the cracks. What do we have? Pages pertaining to a case tried 10 years ago by my predecessor are missing.
Hold it!
A gun and a pendant. Yes, this gun which was the murder weapon. And this pendant which belonged to the victim. And why were you taking them to Criminal Affairs? There was something in a past case file I wanted to compare these two to. But all this had nothing to do with the case right now. Anyway, I believe you'll find the long paper trail I left to be to your satisfaction. This is all matching up with what Detective Gumshoe found out. So I can't be expected to know what happened around here after I left. I feel like that's important, but I don't have anything direct to... I know he's lying. I know he was here at the scene of the crime. I just have to find a way to prove it.
Hold it!
Wait. Oh, shit. Why not? That's elementary. The dying message, of course. Mr. Faith's killer very clearly left those letters on the spines of those files. And it was after they were on there that the thief stole one of them. You mean the 0 files, right? And that's how we also know the letters themselves were a setup, and not from Mr. Faith. If the thief was the killer, do you think they would try to undermine themselves? Ah! Maybe the killer just didn't think of that either. Yes, that must be it. Maybe, just maybe. We should be out there looking for that thief right now. Well, they're not going to be nearby. Oh, wait. Wait. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, I know what this is. I know what the evidence I need to show is. I can look at this, right? I bought 3 pieces of evidence. Yeah, baby. Get fucked.
Objection!
Only 2 pieces. I believe the proper phrase here is you fail. Excuse me? You fail as a prosecutor, Mr. Portsman, as you intend to keep evidence hidden from me. What are you talking about? I haven't hidden anything from you. Well, here's a piece of I think you should read carefully. Ah, it says that Mr. Faith was bringing 3 pieces. Yes, and this is the victim's real dying message to you, Mr. Portsman. I can't believe... To get tripped up by simple arithmetic? What the fuck? Where is the missing piece of evidence? You have it, don't you? Only the guilty would make such a face. The Detective Gumshoe. You don't have to say it, sir. I'll pat the guy down from head to toe. But don't come any closer, I'm warning you. This is all part of the investigation, pal, so don't even think about stopping me. No! Also, is he allowed to do that? Isn't Gumshoe, like, under suspicion? Hey, what's this? He had a gun on him, sir. No, sorry, he had this on him, sir. A VHS tape. Fucking hell. Despite what you said, it would appear that you do have something to hide. But why would he hide something like that? There's only one reason why anyone would hide evidence of this caliber. Because it would unequivocally point to that person himself as the real killer. Let's examine this videotape in a little more detail. For the section of the tape that will drive the last nail into his coffin. Oh. Ah, that's blood, isn't it? Yes, and I believe this is what the good prosecutor was trying to hide from us. This blood is still fresh. You mean this might be Detective Faith's blood? No! You've got it all wrong. No amount of denial can save you. We have but to run a blood test to find the truth. You told us that you had received evidence from the victim earlier. Now you will tell us when and how did the victim's blood find its way onto this video. Yeah, it's totally suspicious. Was it at the moment of his death? Did Detective Faith have this videotape on his personage when you killed him? You know very well there's no way to prove that. Not even if we were to examine this tape for fingerprints. Gah! If I had to take a guess, I'd say that the only ones on here would belong to the murderous you and Mr. Faith. No, impossible. Wow, he actually ate the medal. Fucking hell. Mr. Portsman has been placed under arrest for the murder of Detective Buddy Faith, sir. Very good. And the results we got back from the lab techs and the tape turned out to be real solid, sir. The blood work came back and it was definitely Mr. Faith's blood on there. And as a bonus, they were also able to lift a few of Mr. Faith's fingerprints as well. Thank you so very much, Mr. Edgeworth. I still can't believe I got to see your cool deduction skills outside the courtroom. Valari Kantaya asks a very good question. How can you hide a VHS on yourself? Those things are... VHS tapes are pretty big. It was nothing. I'm just sorry you got caught up in the murder in my office. Please accept my apologies. Oh, it was nothing, really. Compared to what I've been through, I mean. I consider myself lucky that was only a burglary and a murder this time, sir. What the fuck? If it had been a hold-up or a hostage situation, I'd have thrown my hands up in the air. I think I'm finally rising up from a goddess of misfortune to just an unlucky person. Something tells me we should have hired a different person for security detail. You know something, sir? That Mr. Portsman really was one corrupt prosecutor. And why would you say he was corrupt? Well, I heard that there were a number of suspicious things related to his court cases. There's even rumours about how some of the evidence he uses is forged, sir. Forged evidence, huh? And they say he even decided not to prosecute a few cases for some really vague reasons. Ooh, that guy was a complete disgrace to the entire profession. Evangelii Donut says in the prison pocket between the cheeks. Mate, if you could fit a VHS tape up there. I mean... Fucking hell. Valari said he ate the medal. I know. We never did get around to asking what his reason was for breaking into my office. Yeah, whenever we got near that topic, he just clammed up. Although we can be pretty certain that was to steal something. This is just between you and me, sir, but there's a rumour that some sort of huge organisation is involved behind the scenes. Oh, well. With Mr. Portsman not willing to divulge anything, it certainly lends credence to that rumour. It would seem that we haven't heard the last of this. Huh? That Mr. Portsman isn't the bad guy? I didn't say that, but rather that there are still many more mysteries for us to solve. For example, we still haven't figured out the significance to this piece of evidence. Where's the tape?
Take that!
The person who stole this file, the other villain of the night. Yeah, I wonder who it was. And what happened to the stolen pages? I wonder, who in the world was it that held me up at gunpoint? Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Yes? I came across this while I was processing your office earlier, sir. This card. Wait, this card? What is it, sir? Is that a bird or something on there? It's not just any bird. It is the mark of the raven, a three-legged raven. Even you should know what this is, detective. Oh, it's about that thing, isn't it? That great thief everyone's talking about. Yes, it is the mark of the great thief, Yatagarasu. Under the mark of a legendary bird, the Yatagarasu is noble to the end, a modern Robin Hood. Labelled mysterious and phantom-like, the Yatagarasu appears and vanishes at will. Wait, why does this guy look like a really long haircut of Phoenix Wright? Though we don't know much about this thief's ultimate goal, we do know the targets. The Yatagarasu likes to find and make public evidence of corrupt dealings of all sorts. The theft is always performed in silence and always with perfection. Once a target is chosen, no dramatic calling card or announcement is sent forth. No dramatic calling card? Instead, the chosen corruption is infiltrated without even the target noticing. Some days later, the evidence that was found is sent out to the mass media, along with a single card, although it has been a while since the Yatagarasu's last appearance. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, look, something's written on the back. What? Let me see. It's the location of where the thief put the stolen files. So the person who stole the contents of the file was the Yatagarasu? Yatagarasu. Organization. Quite a few key words are popping up in this mystery. The murder in my office. The return of the great thief, Yatagarasu. Looking back, I can't say I didn't see these events coming. For they were heralded by the incidents that began to occur 2 days ago. Da-da-da-da-da-da. The end! Will I try saying will Portsman represent himself? I don't know. Turnabout visitor for completing episode 1. What? Ba, ba, ba. Turnabout Airlines. Oh my god. Is that who I think it is? Maybe is this who I think it is? Anyway, wait, what items were unlocked? What the fuck? Alright, the level. I think, guys, we're gonna leave it there for today. I am getting well excited. I will continue this sometime in the future. These will be random streams though for now. Which I'm really looking forward to, because I got a feeling that a certain Von Karma is going to be appearing in the next episode. But anyway, we'll leave it there for now. Ivan Jerry don't say making attorneys get attorneys. We'll leave it there for now. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. I will hopefully be on tomorrow. I plan to. I might not be, but I plan to play some more Tsukihime. But for now, I am Ash Mannix. This is Ace Attorney Investigations Collection, and I'll hopefully see you guys next time. See ya.